Hello, this is Tanyag Company. We're a business coaching firm located in 757 Oak Coast of Virginia, or Hampton Roads, Virginia. Again, I want to wish you a Happy New Year. So this is a talk I gave to the Hampton Roads Claim Association. So Happy New Year to all the folks out there. So what is your New Year's resolution? A New Year's resolution is basically an individual thought. So every single year around December or the last couple of days or last week of December, everyone's looking to make changes. So they have these ideas in their head about making a change. So it's just more of an idea, and what they call it's a New Year resolution. New Year's resolution came from the Babylonians 4,000 years ago because they wanted to make promises to their gods in order to get favor throughout the year. So in your New Year's resolution, some things you want to do is take a trip, find a job, help others, join a gym, save money, lose weight, quit smoking, give gifts, get fit, drink less, find love, and enjoy life. So what that does is it's an idea, it's a thought. It may not have any action to it. So, and right now I'm going to go ahead and tempt you a little bit, like taking a trip. So here's Machu Picchu. It's one of the top 10 places to go visit. It's beautiful. Another one is Paris, France. Everybody wants to see the Eiffel Tower. It's something, people want to go to. Doesn't mean they will, but they want to. The next one, the pyramids of Egypt. That's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. And then if you have kids, every children, even young adult, and even adults want to go to Walt Disney World Resort in the Magic Kingdom in Florida. It's like you got to take your kids to Walt Disney World. So those are more, like for my family, they want to go to Disney World. So that's more of a resolution. We really have to, if we want to make the invisible visible, we have to really come up with a plan. So they say that for New Year's resolutions for 2020, 60% of the people admit that they will make a New Year's resolution, but only 8% of the people are successful in achieving that. Why do you think that's so? So what we're going to do is really go into take that New Year's resolution that's in your head. It's a thought, it's an idea, and if it's really something you're really passionate about and have a strong why, how can we make it happen so by the end of 2020 you have accomplished that? So our purpose today is to provide mass value and show you how can we help you further. Number one goal, number one quote is setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. So if you have a New Year's resolution, you have an idea or a thought. Like for example, your idea you want to be taking a trip, but you got to set that idea into a goal because you take that invisible, turn it into visible. And that's from Tony Robbins. And so one of the ways you could do that, we call it use a GPS. So it's a one-page plan for your personal and business goals. So when you do that, you pick one goal, 3 priorities, and 1 to 5 strategies. And you do that so it focuses you to develop what we call a success list to really accomplish your goal. It doesn't matter if it's personal, it doesn't matter if it's business. So let me give you an example. I'm going to show an example. So in here, the different resources, the GPS, the one thing, it's a tool they use. It's their one-page business and personal plan. So here's a link to the resources. Here's how to use it for goal setting. And there's a YouTube video. It's probably up to an hour. We can actually watch and use it. Here's a picture of my family. That's my wife, Janice, my older son, Kyle, my daughter, Zoe, and Nathan. He's 8. She's 15. She just got a permit. And he's 22. He's got another year to graduate. My wife works as a resource nurse at Norfolk General. The reason I show you this picture because one of my resolutions for the year was to be a better husband and better father. So I'm going to talk about how to be a better husband. So I came out with a GPS. So my one goal is to be a better husband. The first priority is schedule 52 date nights for 2020. So last week had date night. This week had date night. So strategy number 1 is schedule date night during the weekly planning. So I do my weekly planning on Saturdays for a couple hours and I plan it for the week. And I schedule the date night. Strategy 2 is ask for a copy of my wife's work schedule. She is a nurse. She gets her schedule for a week, and we plan out when we're having the date nights. Strategy 3 is create a list of different places and activities we can experience. So I have to think of places we can go and do so it doesn't get boring. I have to lead that. If not, we'll just go out to eat, or we'll just stay home. So it's not really a date night. You got to, create some experiences. Strategy 4 is keep a journal of our experiences, things we've done together. And strategy 5 is give myself enough time to disengage from work and be fully engaged before the date night. So I need to make sure in my calendar that I leave early enough to get home, get changed, and be fully engaged and leave my office not thinking about business. So that's how you take the invisible in your head, an idea, thought, and I want to be a better husband. And then how you map it out using the GPS, and it gives you a priority and strategies. Now, am I going to get upset if I don't get to 52? Not really, because last year I only had 2 date nights. So this year, if I get 25, get 35, 45, man, I'd be excited. And here's the thing: my wife's love language is time. So this is important to her. So I now planned it out to be fully engaged to make it happen. Another quote from Tony Robbins is, "A goal setting must be immediately followed by both development of a plan and massive and consistent action toward its fulfillment. All goal setting must be immediately followed by both the development of a plan and massive and consistent action toward fulfilling it." So what it basically means is we have this New Year's resolution, thought and idea. We created a goal, goal, priority, strategy. We broke it down. But now we have to have a development of the plan and massive, consistent action. So we're going to talk about how you create that massive and consistent action toward fulfilling the plan, which means that fulfilling the goals, which means your life and your business is just going to blow up and you're going to be really excited. Because you accomplished what you didn't think you could accomplish. Because today, most people are just living day to day, not really living to move toward the future in terms of time and money. So we're going to talk about the 3 rituals of a successful life. Go from belief to action. So, look about, and the reason we have this ladder is you're going to be looking up, and we're going to be, each part of the ladder you're climbing is a level of process, systems, different mindset, belief. You're moving toward that next level. So the first art is the morning ritual. This is a ritual you get up in the morning, and this is how you win your morning. If you win your day, this is how you start your day off right. So it talks about silence. The first S is silence, and it's called savers. You get up in the morning, you meditate, you pray, you breathe. It really just relaxes you. I get up in the morning, I pray, and I meditate. I just pray and meditate. The other one is affirmations. You stand up, you do an affirmation, and you do personal and business affirmations. That really talks about where you want to be in the future. Visualization is how you visualize the day, step by step, meeting with people, talking to people. Exercise, you exercise in the morning. Really gets you your blood pumping, all that. Reading, you read, like what I do is I would listen to a podcast every morning, and then scribing is writing your journal. If you do this activity, and people say, do I have to do all that? So you pick and choose. I still haven't got to the morning to do exercise, but I do my affirmations, I do a silent prayer, I visualize my day, I listen to a podcast. So I do probably 4 out of the 6. You do your best, and you eventually will build up to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what we call a business affirmation. And I call it the Rainmaker affirmation. Everybody stand up and do the power pose. Picture yourself as Superman or Superwoman. Put your hands in your chest. Stand up. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Put your chest out. Stand tall and upright. That's the power pose. And then you're going to say the Rainmaker affirmation. Each and every day, someone somewhere in my city needs my services. My job today is to find that person. Again, we'll say it again. Each and every day, somewhere, someone in my city needs my services. My job today is to find that person. So you do this every morning before you're starting the day. You do it during the day when you need it. Like if you're going to a sales presentation, you go to a networking event, you're just feeling blah or just miserable, go in the bathroom, go outside, stand this up. This will change your whole mindset, your whole belief, your physiological response to handling stress. You go in there with a high level of energy. You go in there with your best. Who you can be is the best. Because the secret of this is people do business with people who have energy. They do business with people that attracts them. So we all have bad days. The thing is, if you do this Rainmaker affirmation, it really gets you excited in the morning. During the day, if you have a long day or you're going to sales appointment, you don't feel like it, take a step back, do this before you get in there, and you'll have a different outlook, different perspective, and you'll probably close the sale. The benefits of the morning ritual is puts your positive minds, positive mental state, boosts your confidence, keep your goals top of mind, increases your energy, and kickstarts your brain, and encourages self-reflection. It gives you self-awareness. It boosts your confidence. You go in there feeling good about your day, and when you have your control of your day, everything else falls into place. Second R is the pre-ritual. Go home. GOHOME. Go home. See that guy running? Most people, you don't see that in real life, but that's where we want to get to. We want to get out of our work and go home. So the go home is broken up to G, get reminded to go home. So have a person or your alarm set up so that you know it's time to go. A lot of us just work, and we don't remind ourselves. So get reminded. You know, you got to go home. Organize your desk, set it up for next day's tasks, or write a list of your 5 most important things you want to do, or do your one thing. What are those? And then order your environment, organize your environment and people. So how do I make the room, the chairs, the desks flow? The people notice. Okay, people say, what does that mean? People are productive. You may want to avoid them tomorrow, because there's some people that will wear you out. What activities make you money? So write that down, and then exit and disengage from work. This allows you to disengage and prepare to win the next day. And when you do your morning ritual, you literally get you right, and you get in your office is set up to win. The third one is called the Sunday night ritual, and that's called SWEET, SWEET. Again, SWEET. This is your time to plan. I do this on Saturdays for a couple hours. So the Sunday night ritual is what you do is we look at the schedule for the week and focus on important activities for your business, like your networking events, like what I'm gonna do, my one thing, my follow-up calls. How do I schedule that during the week so that I am very methodical about making sure I know what to say yes to and no to, have my date night, have my calls to get done, really who I'm going to call, who I'm going to follow up with, what I'm going to work on. You look at your weather for the week, if it's going to be nice and sunny, and then you get your clothes set up all during the week. You look at your exercise, when you're going to exercise, what you're going to eat. You're going to look at your eating plan, your meal plan, and then you tie it all together by organizing your clothes. So basically, you're looking ahead for that week and making adjustments. And I've been doing it for about 2 weeks, and it's been really powerful. I have my list of people I'm going to follow up, a list of calls, a list of events, activities, who I'm going to ask for referrals, what events I'm going to go to, how I'm going to follow up. So I don't feel overwhelmed. I just got to stick to the plan. I just got to keep working the process. And here's some resources. One of the best books to help you figure out is called The Miracle Morning. It elevates yourself, elevate your business. It's written by Hal Alrout. This is for entrepreneurs. There's even one for salespeople. There's even one for entrepreneurs. There's even one for just general people. So there's some of the links. And the book, The One Thing, this is written by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. That's our strategic partner with Maps Business Coaching. So you can actually get this. You can buy the book on Amazon. So it has actually a website that has great information on goal planning. So goal planning, the GPS, and here's where you can buy the book. And then they even have a podcast. I listen to this podcast at least once or twice a week about habits, goal setting, basically resetting, time management. And then if you got massive value from listening to this, and if I can show you help you further, one of the things people ask is for notes. So if you're interested, if you really want to apply this to make a change in your life, I offer what we call a business assessment and 2 coaching calls. It's valued at $900. We assess where you're at, where you want to be, ask you questions about business and certain numbers and activity. And then what we do is we identify the challenge, and then we have 2 more coaching calls for about 30 minutes, and we work on that. And then at the end of that, the assessment, you can either say, hey, I want to continue on hiring a coach, or number 2, you may want to brainstorm with me about who you can introduce me to. But you still get value, because coaching is, everybody thinks they're a coach until you actually go to what a coach offers. And if you're interested, contact Arnell Tain. That's who I am. That's my mobile number, 757-522-2121. That's my email address, and that's my office line. Again, I want to say thank you. I'm part and affiliated with Maps Business Coaching. It's the best coaching company in the world. And our strategic partner is The One Thing. That's the book you read. And then I'm also a certified referral trainer with Michael J. Mayer. And I teach people how to build their business by referrals on love, generosity, and appreciation. Also, when you'll get the power notes, you get a link to this video to watch, and you'll get some documents on the GPS you can use as a guide. Again, thanks for having me speak. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or if you want me to speak at your office, or you need assessment or coaching calls, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me help you. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and have a great day.